to beat the clock. He's shooting it because he knows I got the hot hand, whether it's with 14 on the clock or 16 on the clock. Nick Smith Jr. is making it happen. That is some effort by the youngsters.
You got to love the passion, Laker fans, of number 20.
Smith Jr., what a night for you and your team. As Jackson Hayes comes over to say congrats, as the rest of your teammates did. Look, you knew that you guys were really shorthanded tonight. How were you able to step into that void and execute like you did?
Well, I just wanted to come out here with energy, and Coach JJ and the coaching staff believe in me and believe in this group. No matter who we got, our best players out. Just come out here and compete and win, and I feel like we did that today, and we got to keep it going.
I mean, look, you're on a two-way. I know you're battling to get a full contract in the NBA like anybody else would, but the main focus being the team. Nonetheless, what does it feel like to come through in a moment like this?
It's big for me, man, especially, having a coaching staff. It just give me the utmost confidence just to go out there and play my game. And, my teammates has definitely done a good job with me, just leading me in the right direction. And, I'm learning a lot, man, and, I'm just happy to be here.
3 short of your career high. Take me through the back-to-back threes in crunch time when Portland was trying to push on you.
I was open. I think Smarty was driving down the lane. He got created too, and I was open. I just took the shot, and the last one, I think it was just a heat check moment. I was open, so I took the shot.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was just going back to the back at halftime. Looked like you got a little sick. How were you feeling? You clearly were able to overcome it, but were you all right?
Yeah, it was no way I was missing this one. Just to get a chance to play, with the guys and get a chance to compete, and I guess I needed it. I don't know. Yeah, it just happened.
All right, Nick. Well, what a job from you. Go enjoy it with your teammates. Marcus, all right? JJ said that. First things first, you have to believe that you can win a game in the NBA, even if you're shorthanded, and that was the mentality that you guys tried to come with. Did you feel like that was part of your role to lead that belief onto the court to start the game tonight?
Yeah, I was trying. Tonight wasn't individually a good night for me, but that's fine. It was opportunities for other guys, and my guy Rui, my guy Da, Bronny, and especially Nick Smith Jr. He came in and they just changed the game, and that's the beauty about basketball. Any given night, somebody can be the hero of the night, and we needed that. So I just tried to come in and just be as stable as I can and give my teammates some hopes.
You're the number 6 pick, and obviously you've had a secure spot for a long time in the NBA. But do you think about Nick in that kind of a role? He's on a 2-way contract. Is there a part of you that kind of feels that and watches it as it's happening?
Yeah, definitely, man. Nick works his ass off each and every day, and he's a special talent with an ability that not a lot of people have, and it was just good to finally see him able to go out there and show that ability, and like I said, we needed it tonight, so I'm happy for him. We all are, and much well deserved, so I'm happy for him. I'm giving him flowers today for sure.
What does it take to hold off the way that Portland plays, the ball pressure, the second night of a back-to-back, 3 a.m., they didn't play, all that stuff, all of that stuff?
Yeah, it was a lot. Especially against that team, they play really hard. You got to give those guys credit. They got some really good defenders over there, really guys who are really good IQ-wise. But it was tough, but that's the part of what JJ's talking about. You have to believe, and we came in tonight believing. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it wasn't.
In games like this, when you guys are shorthanded, what do you learn about this team?
You learn about the heart of the team. We could have easily came in here and quit, and allow what happened to us last time when we played this team, and we decided we didn't want to do that. So this team showed a lot of heart and that resilience that I've been talking about. That is starting to grow and grow even more. So we're going to try to keep going at it.
When you asked about playing hard, I think you gave the team a B+ at the time. How would you grade that for the team now, and what went into you guys? Because it seems like it's just ingrained in your DNA now. Like, what went into that being what it is now?
Probably B++ now. We're getting up there, but just the mentality. I'm sure JJ has talked about it, but with you guys, but just the championship habits, Banshee mentality, doing whatever it takes, and that's nights like this where you get in 3 a.m, probably didn't sleep well, had to get up on a back-to-back and play a team like Portland. It's that mentality you got to have. So that's kind of what it is. We're trying to lean more into it, and we're trying to get everybody on board, and we've been doing a good job.
To be proud kind of an effort like that, down so many guys, where does it start for you? What stands out the most?
I would just say our mentality. You can't win in the NBA without stepping on the floor and expecting to win. And I thought our guys had that from the start. And then that just confidence, belief, and truly connectivity in that second half was just awesome to watch. It was just blossoming. And I thought DA and Rui offensively for us were great all night. But, Nick Smith in the second half he just took the game over. And we needed his handle and we needed his wiggle tonight. And truthfully, it was a perfect game for him. You play against that team, they're so disruptive. Drew kind of makes up his own rules. They play their small lineup where they switch everything. And so you play a game like that, it turns into, can I beat my man off the dribble? And I thought once our guys stopped trying to just run pick and roll early in the game and just said, no, I'm just going to beat my guy, create the advantage, and then we're going to play from there. And we did that a number of times in the second half.
With Nick Smith, he's on a two-way, and kind of to come through in moments like that, is there any extra that you're kind of also enjoying and watching and rooting for him, or not you're locked into the game, but just the way his teammates are embracing him and kind of the
that's what I mean by the connectivity. We got a good group. I'm excited about this group and what we could potentially be. I'm excited about the group, and his teammates loved it. The bench was awesome tonight. Our huddles were awesome. Just again, expecting that we're going to win. I thought our guys had that all night.
There was, after opening night, there was a lot of discussion about we've got to figure out how we're going to play hard the way that we did last year. That was a part of our DNA. It's going to take time. Here you are 7 games later, and it feels pretty much in your team's bloodstream already. How did it happen so quickly?
I would say I've told the team this a number of times throughout the preseason and early in this season that the best teams are always going to be player-led. And so those guys holding each other to that, that's why I say those huddles, the communication on the court, all those small interactions, they're really valuable. And the guys are holding each other accountable to that. And then as a coaching staff, you have to get buy-in to that, and our guys are bought in. I think we talk about it as a group all the time. You can't win in this league unless you play hard. It's impossible now. And these guys have just been awesome for the last 7 games. There's a
certain amount of offensive sacrifice that just comes into having to play in this league, and the good shots are threes and layups traditionally, but you've got guys on your team Rui Hachimura is a really good mid-range shooter.
He doesn't miss from the mid-range.
DeAndre Ayton's a post-up player sometimes.
Yeah.
It felt tonight all the bad shots were good shots for your group. What was it kind of watching that type of offense?
Yeah, again, you have to look at it's two things. You have to look at over the course of an 82-game season, what type of shots are you trying to generate? What is the most value? How do you get good shots? How do you create an advantage? And then on a night like tonight, how do we put the ball in the basket? How do we get a shot up? How do we run something that's in the semblance of organization? And the guys just for the last 3 quarters did that at a really high level.